Hello everybody, I'm Creature, and today we're reviewing the Husk Warper. This is an event schematic from the sci-fi set and being got from the sci-fi llamas and the collection book via Fluxing. Now this hammer, or hardware, or whatever you want to call it, basically, well, it's a hammer, but it's classified as hardware, and people call it hardware. But point being, this hammer, by the name, warps husks. When you do your heavy attack, it pulls in the husks, and I think does a crit explosion. Oh, it does its own type of crit explosion. It's a very weird 6 perk. Here, I'll go move the creature model out of the way real quick so you can actually kind of see it in a better way. Let me just go put you in the corner. The point being, crit hits cause 7 exploding projectiles to scatter across the surrounding area, can only occur every 3 seconds. Which is very good. It's a very strong 6 perk, and it's very suggested for these type of weapons, sci-fi ones, because holy broken, you know? It's super strong. And if you get the sci-fi weapon, you usually want it with the 6 perk because the other ones aren't just good. Aren't just like, it's not really worth it. Not worth it at all, really, personally speaking. Also, you know, usability speaking, but point being, if you're going to get a sci-fi weapon, I do suggest just getting this 6 perk because it's going to be doing a wholly good amount. Oh no. When it comes to talking perks, it only comes with energy, which is moderately fine. You know, it could come in other elements, maybe physical or fire, you know, like any other, but this will work relatively fine for this use case because energy does a balanced amount to every element. Though it isn't the strongest, I think it only does 3/4 of normal damage, but that's fine. Now when it comes to the other perks, you cannot have double attack speed on this, which is very interesting because most melees allow that, but this one doesn't. You're able to have attack speed and crit rate and crit damage. Now, with that, other melees can't do that, so that's where its kind of specialty comes from, besides obviously the 6 perk like I just talked about. But yeah, and also damage is kind of unimportant. You could trade it then for like maybe heavy attack efficiency, since, you know, Husk Warper's heavy attack pulls them in, which could work, but from testing, I just really don't suggest it because it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it at all. So right here we have the build that I'll be using, just a normal Guardian Bull with Blast of the Past. You know, the 2 heroes that are good for melee builds. I'll do, you know, all Blast of the Past builds really. You know, Syrian Class, Syrian Might. We have Penny for her actuated attacks, Monster Mash for healing, and then Crit Strikes because of corrosion damage. What can I say? Super simple, super fun. Now, of course, if you can't tell, I am actually currently live on Twitch. By the time this goes out, I won't be, so that's just something to keep note of. But if you do want to, you know, come here for a night stream like I usually do, link in description, yeah. You know, I stream almost every night, not always, but, you know, usually every night. And, you know, you get to see the process somewhat. You get to talk to me. We also have new emojis for here because we are affiliated, which is super fun. And, yeah. Let's get in game and let's actually test this out. Alrighty, we are in game. Our teammates have already dealt with the attacked shelter. So we have a little bit of time to test out the weapon by itself. I've actually already, well, okay, little fun fact moment right now. I've already recorded this whole video. Context. Back in the launch of Season 7, or not Season 7, Chapter 7. Back in the launch of Chapter 7, they actually bugged out this power level scaling for the endgame Husks. They also did change how, you know, player level scaling worked, but that's not really important. It's basically the same as before, except it's just questionably easy depending on how you play. Which I'm not going to go into it, honestly. It's not really worth it. But point being, the Husks should be back to a more stronger level and not, you know, super duper squishy. Because I had to scrap the original recording of the Husk Warper because, well, they were super duper squishy, and it just simply wasn't fun to test out the weapon when they were just, you know, dying 24/7. Like, good weapons will kill them 24/7, but there's a difference between actually, you know, a good weapon doing good against hard enemies and a, you know, good weapon doing good against easy enemies. There's a difference there. and it was a good weapon doing good against easy enemies. And I feel like for reviewing weapons, I always just have to get the harder enemies, because if it's an easy weapon, or a strong weapon against easy husks, you're not really seeing much of the weapon. You're just seeing weak husks getting smacked around. If we go to an easy husk zone, and I pull up the nailer, for example, it's going to be killing the enemies. But it's not going to do the same in the harder endgame zones. So why I view it important to actually go in the endgame zones and test on the hardest husk, because it properly shows the strength of the weapon. And as you can see there, it did great against a smasher. It beat them up. We do have a very optimal build for these type of weapons, the hardwares, but it did good. What else do you really want? But up ahead, we do have a little crowd A of husks. So let's go up and test out that warp. You see, it did pull them in down there. It didn't really pull them up, which I didn't know it didn't do that. I thought it did pull enemies up. But it seems like they only pull it to the level it's on. So it's more like a treadmill towards the husk warper than an actual warp to it. But as you see, it pulls them in, and if it does the crits against them, it does the little well, not mini crits. I've been playing a lot of TF2, in this time between now and my last video. So my brain's a little bit TF'd, Actually, wait, no, TF means transformed. My brain's a little bit Team Fortress there, so it's a little more clear. The point being, I've been playing a lot of TF2, so. But yeah, as you see, crit happens, they'll spread out, they'll kill enemies. It's a good weapon, There isn't really much I can say about it, because it's just simply good. And the warping ability, it's also good. When I'm not being lobbed, it's a little bit better. Here, let's go. Yeah, see, that it killed one. Okay, that guy decided just to leave. He took so much damage. He just, decided to stop existing. I know, it's so great. Also, the dangerous launcher is bugged, where when you zoom in and scan an enemy, it just instantly kills them. It doesn't always happen, but for me, it's been always happening so far. But yeah, super terrible bug, honestly. Not game breaking, but just annoying, Alrighty, so up ahead we do have a bit of an encampment. I do want to actually go test it. It might be camp worthy. Yeah, camp. Actually, no, yeah, camp worthy kind of works. Encampment, camper. Whatever. I know what I'm saying is basically putty. But I do think it has a bit of an opportunity with that 6 perk to actually do fine against clearing the enemies. And if we want to, we can just pull them in, and if they die, it'll vanish. I don't know why they're just vanishing. I think they might just be bugged. But if they die, they just do that. They just stand there. I don't know why. I'm guessing a bug. But I see it did fairly well against an encampment. Now, I didn't see the power level. I didn't see if they actually fixed it. They said they fixed it. So I'm hoping the power level is fixed, like they said it is. But yeah. Here, let's go beat up another encampment to see the power level of the husks. Let's see what's their power level. 245. It's still it's 5 levels lower than before, but that's fine. It's like at most like a small health difference. It isn't that big. I still think it's fine for revealing weapons. But anyways, yeah, they did fix it, kinda. 5 levels off, but that's not even an issue. But yeah, I'll cut back if we get another smasher or the objective starts. I'll see you then. Anyways, the objective has started. I'm just stuck in a pit right now. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's go to the objective and kick some freaking butt. Right here we have a smasher. Let's go in, start hitting it with our hammer. It isn't doing that much damage, and my teammates are also doing damage. Okay, it vanished. This bug is super weird. What the? I'm guessing they're missing their death animations. That's my little game theory at the moment, because they stand still and then just kind of vanish. But it does fairly decent. Get the 2-3 smasher. not the best, obviously. You know, usually for these you want like a bazooka or like a strong AR or maybe shotgun. Like, you know, something a lot more proper for the single target damage opportunity. This is, even though this is a hardware, you're hitting multiple enemies, you're also dragging them close into you, and just doing a great amount of damage. Like, look at this. It is single-handedly taking care of a whole crowd. Like, you don't usually see this in much weapons, and since we have, what's her name? The undead lady you get from Halloween Quest line. Since we have her, it's also keeping us alive. This is honestly a really good weapon and a really good build for this weapon. It's phenomenal. It's great. What else can I really say? It's just good. I don't think I've had a weapon, or a melee weapon at least, that's been able to just handle these many enemies. Like oh my god, it's just doing its job, you know. Look at it go. Are the zombies no longer weak? Yes, they are no longer weak, which is why we're actually right now recording the video. I said that in the intro, and if you didn't hear that, that's why. That's also why I've been on a hiatus making videos. Is it because I just wanted that to be fixed so I can show off weapons more properly? I know, crazy. Also, you know, if you're watching the video here, I also want to ask, what do you think about the new thumbnail style? I decided to update it because there's no real specific reason. But I just wanted to just change the vibe of the thumbnails. You know, they've been a lot more like previous thumbnails. You know, they were simple, but I feel like the new ones, just, you know, are a lot more fancy. Also has like the little rainbow railing, because I don't know, I couldn't think of anything. And you're here? Yep, welcome back to the stream, DV. Welcome, welcome. And right here we do have the mini boss, and I cannot see anything for the life of me. What is going on? It's a melee mini boss, which is good since we are testing on a melee. Let's go pop a little adrenaline and do a little soul field. I can't see for the life of me. Where is it? Hey guys, right here. I can't tell what my damage is. Is that a million? Was that a mill? I probably was not a million, but at a glance it did look like that. But it did, I want to say, meh to the mini boss. Like, you know, it's not the worst for mini bosses, I want to say, but there's definitely better options for these type of situations. So, in my eyes, I just really don't suggest it. Of course, there's the three main mini boss killers: the Husk Buster, the Pot Shot, not the Pop, the Pot. Or, you know, I won't make that joke here. And you know, the Storm King. Storm King. I almost said Storm Queen for some reason. I think I'm thinking of Ice Queen for some reason. But the Storm King Scavenger, those three weapons are very good for mini bosses. They're kind of the obvious go-tos because they're just so strong. Like, honestly, they're broken. But yeah, that's supposed to be a little chat. I see nothing but explosions everywhere. Absolutely, more like minute. More like a minute. You see, okay. A little confession period for YouTube viewers. I have a very broken sense of humor. If you just make the simplest jokes, you'll probably get me to laugh at it. Mini boss. I should. Oh yeah. I should make like a mini boss tier list or something like that for a video, and be like, we have OMG boss or something, and then at the bottom it's like mini boss. It's like, that's golden. That's golden. In fact, DB, you get a little star. Oh, that's my Baron. Wrong hammer. Oops. I built the wrong hammer. I knew something fell off when it was a stream as well. But yeah, this weapon's really good, and I got my ass handed to me. Anyways, I'll see you in lobby for the final analysis. I didn't get to it. I was going to cut away once I died, but yeah, I'll see you there. Alrighty, so would I suggest the Husk Warper as a weapon in Fortnite Save the World? Yes, and possibly even a primary, because from what you just saw, it has the capability, which is super good for these type of weapons, especially if you do want to focus on them. Because unlike a lot of weapons in this game that, you know, sometimes need a little bit of assistance with like a bazooka or maybe even a shotgun, this just, you know, said, nah, I'd win, and, you know, won. I just made a reference. I have a feeling you knew what I was referencing. I don't think I need to say it. But, point being, yeah, it's going to work. What else do you want? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.